In this series, I'm gonna rank every single national anthem in a tier list like this one below me. So, like all tier lists, it will start at the F tier for the most horribly composed ones, the D tier for the ones that are pretty meh but still listenable, the C tier for the ones that are pretty decent but with nothing really special, the B tier for the ones that are kinda good, the A tier for the ones that are very solid and unique, and of course the S tier for the best of the best. And on top of the 200 countries I'm gonna rank, I have to make sure all of them are placed correctly and in a logical way so this tier list is actually valid, which will for sure be tough the more time passes and the more countries we add to the sauce. So before we continue with this first video, let me make some things clear. First of all, when I recorded this, it wasn't perfect since the very start and I made some mistakes, so when I'll get to those, I will explain how and why I changed my rating so I don't get absolutely obliterated in the comments. Also, even if sometimes I give like high D tiers, low B tiers, high C tiers, etc., you shouldn't count on the order of each tier because there will be so many countries in these 3 episodes that it is nearly impossible to rank them all to perfection. And as a final note, I also need to say that even if I make a questionable ranking, even if I don't directly comment it, it can still change throughout the episode. Just pay attention to the tier list and it might happen, because if not it would be pretty boring. Without much more explanation, let's start with the tier list. But before that, remember that everything I say in this video will be entirely based on my opinion, so take everything with a little grain of salt. So let's start with like a random country from here, for example Brazil. Let's see if we start off strong. Hey! Wow, that's good. Gives like a very orchestral feeling, and like it's really melodic. It doesn't like tire you or anything. So yeah, I think for the moment we could put it like in A tier because I really liked it. But if we see that it's better than all the others, we'll put it in S tier because hey Brazil, your hymn is really good. So let's see if the next one is as good as what we heard. So like let's take for example Bhutan. Hey, I remembered the stuff that they put in Bhutan are really fucking epic. Like I think they described their country as the land of the Thunder Dragon, and like their hymn is called the Thunder Dragon Kingdom. So let's see if it's epic as it sounds like. Yeah. Like it really sounds like the oriental thing that you would expect from one of those countries in Central Asia. But it doesn't have the same energy as the last one. So unfortunately, I think it didn't match the epicness that I expected for it. So yeah, B or C tier. You know what? We're only at the second country and I already made a horrible take. It absolutely doesn't deserve the pain of being in the C tier, because even if it's pretty peaceful and it hasn't got the most action, its instruments and melodies are absolutely beautiful and epic. So I think it absolutely deserves an S tier. But I think I can be pardoned because this was around the start of the tier list. But unfortunately, I wasn't done with that. I was gonna get cruel with Croatia and the US's national anthem. For Croatia, I ranked it in D tier because I found it worse than all the previous ones, like it sounded too classic and not surprising for me. But again, since it was the start of the tier list, it would actually mean a C tier. And for the US, I don't really know if I made the right choice to put it in C tier, since I don't find it extra appealing nor epic, but maybe I would let it slide in a low B tier. Who knows? After that, I unfortunately striked Albania in a similar way as Croatia, putting it in a D tier, since I felt the same way hearing it. Like it's not surprising and it lacks action. But again, I judged it too harshly and it would actually deserve a C tier. Anyways, let's see if the following one is better. So let's go with Cyprus. Oh, this one has some originality. Like it's not like extremely surprising. There's patterns we haven't seen before in others, like the dun 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 dun, and like it's really good. I don't think it's A worthy, but I think, hey, it's pretty good. Again, we're gonna change it later if we see there's nothing in the S tier. So next, let's do like, I don't know, North Korea. Let's see if they have anything good. Bro, I can't even listen to it. There's no audio in Wikipedia when I'm listening to all these versions. So when this happens, we'll leave them for the end and we'll see others that their national anthem appears here. So let's go with, for example, Cambodia. Okay, so here we have like kind of an old one. I don't know, I think there's no information about the current one, so we're gonna listen to this older one instead. Not much energy. Like, it's open and all of that, but it's kind of like the hymn is tired and it's an way too normal theme. Like, there's nothing that surprises you a lot here. So yeah, I'm sorry Cambodia, but I think you're going in like C tier. Oh, this is another mediocre take. Putting Cambodia's theme in the C tier is absolutely unfair. Like, even if it's calm and not too epic, I now think its melody and originality is enough to elevate it in a solid B tier. Okay, so now I'm done for a bit. I'll let you alone with the video. So next, let's go with Belgium. I wanna get surprised. Please surprise me. Oh? Wait. Wow, this is really good. Like the tum, it's like really beautiful. This definitely surprised me. It deserves a good B tier. That was really cool. So next, let's go with Belarus. We the Belarusians. Let's see how it sounds. What is this? I think I'm gonna rate it higher just for that entrance. A part of that, it doesn't have like a lot of originality. So yeah, to the bottom of the C tier it goes. Next, Argentina. Another time, nothing surprising. Oh, wait. This part is cool, but it doesn't have enough energy for me to put anything higher than the C tier. So yeah, there it goes. Then let's go with something like Afghanistan. Another time, no audio. So let's go with like Algeria instead. Hey, this sounds really good. This is what I wanna hear. I really like this one. I think it should be put higher than Belgium, but lower than Cyprus. Actually, I think I'm gonna put Brazil in S tier like we said at the beginning, and Cyprus in A tier. And Algeria is gonna sit in the B tier with Belgium because they've been really good. So next, let's take like Turkey for example. Some lower letters over here. Let's see. Ooh. That first part is quite imposing. Let's see the rest. Hey, this is good. Yeah, for Turkey, I think I'm gonna put it in the lower half of the B tier. It hasn't surprised me as much as Algeria and Belgium, but it's still quite good. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna put Algeria in the A tier. I think it deserves it. And for the moment, I think I'm also gonna remove the F tier because I don't think there's like any horribly bad hymns out here. Like, they're just unoriginal. So then let's get back to stuff with like Iraq. Quite basic. Let's see if there are any better parts. Yeah, no, I'm sorry bro, but it's all the same and it has like very little originality, so yeah, in the D tier it goes. Yeah, I'm sorry, but here I have to come back another time since there's no way it's a D tier. It was decent, put it in a C tier, man. So next, let's go with like Andorra, the Great Charlemagne. Well, let's see if the anthem is as great as that. Okay. Well, I see no originality here. Well, it's normal, they don't have a lot of composers in that small country, but I don't know what to tell you, it's also a D tier. And then let's go with like Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Well, it isn't really original. It's not surprising at all. Let's see if there are any better parts. No, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put like in a C tier. It doesn't deserve more than that. So let's do like Palau. Yeah, I don't see a lot of things. I think this is the worst one we've seen until now. I'm sorry, but man, maybe I should include an F tier, but no, it doesn't deserve an F tier. So after that, let's take like Georgia. Freedom. Like there's so many anthems that are related to freedom and independence and all of that. Like get a little bit creative, please. What? Like it's kind of like all the others, but like a little bit slower, so it's worse. But it has kind of some energy, I don't know. I'm still gonna give it like a low C tier over here. So now let's take like China. March of the Volunteers. The name is kind of strange, but let's see a little bit how it sounds. Like this is a good theme. I really like it. As you see, it's only like 40 seconds, but it's enough. You don't need to make like a 3-minute theme that is like completely boring and slow. This is what you have to do. I'm gonna give it like a B tier because it really deserves it. So then let's take like Mexico. Okay, so this one doesn't even have a name. It's just Mexican National Anthem. But let's see how it sounds. I'm disappointed another time because it sounds exactly like 20 other ones. Like I know it's a different melody, but it sounds exactly the same. I don't know how. So yeah, I'm sorry Mexico, you have like great food and great history, but your theme doesn't really get to that. So in the D tier it goes. Well, now let's make another time an F tier because there are some anthems that really deserve that, like Palau's anthem. So now let's go like Liechtenstein. I think it's not gonna surprise me a lot, but let's see. Ooh. Like for a small country like it really makes sense to have a solemn hymn because like it's a small country, but yeah, it doesn't have like a good lot of originality, so yeah, it doesn't deserve more than, I don't know, a D tier. And then let's take like Portugal. Like it's the same as the O Canada, but with a different note. You see, there's like almost no originality between those Occidental themes. But I think it deserves a C tier, although I think not much more. And then Macedonia, North Macedonia. Yeah, it's called like that. Today over Macedonia. Yeah, not much. This one is short, but I don't find like anything that surprises me. Like it's quite boring. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put like, I don't know, in a low C tier over here. And then let's take like Nepal. I remember hearing this anthem because like people said that it's the best anthem out of all of them. It's called Made of Hundreds of Flowers. Already the title is quite cool, and let's see if I remember it right. Like this is originality. It conveys a lot of emotion. But is it better than Brazil's theme? I think it's more original than Brazil's theme, but it doesn't convey as much emotion in my opinion. So yeah, I might have to put it like below Brazil, but it's still a golden theme. Like it's an absolute classic. Bruh. So next let's take like Brunei. God bless the Sultan. Let's see. Hey, this is quite cool though. I think I'm gonna put it in a low B tier. It deserves it. And here I'm back again because this anthem really hyped me up too much. It had some energy and some nice stuff, but looking back it was a bit unoriginal and not really surprising, so I actually moved it down a tier straight into the C tier. So next, let's take like Taiwan. I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm gonna say Taiwan is in this list, but I didn't put it. I'm just gonna put Taiwan's theme, but I'm not saying that it's a country or not. I have no comment. Song of the Three Principles of the People. It's quite a strange name, but I think it'll sound good. The star is quite sad. Well, but it doesn't have any originality. It's slow. There's nothing really cool in this anthem. So yeah, I think a low D tier could be good. I'm sorry. Wait. If you put the flag of Romania or Chad, I don't know, next to the flag of Seychelles, it perfectly follows the lines like this, like, what? Anyways, the flag of Seychelles is really cool, so we're gonna see Seychelles right now. Yeah, it's quite good. Well, it's a good theme, but nothing more, nothing less. Like the hymn of the Seychelles is gonna go like in top of the C tier. So the next anthem will be, for example, Japan. And here I'm finally back because I would take the biggest L ever if I didn't change this next rating. I put Japan's national anthem in C tier. The recording with Wikipedia is terrible and degrading, but it's way more epic, solemn, and iconic when you listen to it in our website. Although I think it's still a bit overrated and it isn't as beautiful as Bhutan's national anthem in my opinion. So I would put it in a low A tier. After that, I overrated a country for the first time. I put Sierra Leone's anthem in a low B tier, but I think it's too average to get there, so I'd put it down a tier. Okay, so I'm done for now. Let's get back to the recording. And then let's go with like Latvia. Is this supposed to be original? Because I don't hear that. I don't think it deserves a D tier because at least over here like there's like some semi-original things, but like yeah, it doesn't deserve more than that. It's kind of an average European L, like it's really deceiving. So then let's go with Vanuatu. I've seen that somewhere that their anthem is literally called "Oui Oui Oui." Like that sounds a little bit like "Oui Oui Oui" in French. That coincidence becomes even less of a coincidence when you see that the author is actually French, but of course it's still a coincidence. It's still an internet meme. Hey, hold up, the "Oui Oui Oui" turned out more than being a simple funny thing. Like yeah, I really enjoy that. So yeah, Vanuatu, I think it deserves a good B tier. Like yeah. So then like Bahrain, it's not that original, but I know there's still something I like about this. But I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it. So yeah, I think it deserves like yeah, a good B tier. I think that's fair. Let's see the country with the Xbox logo, or as some orgs call it, Kyrgyzstan. Really feels like very orchestra. And it really imposes, like it's pretty cool. I quite liked it. So yeah, it's also a B tier. Like these ones have been quite cool. Let's see if we found another good one. Like let's go with a country that I think will have a boring ass national anthem, like Denmark. They actually have two, but let's take like the most recent one. There is a lovely land. Ooh, I like that title. It's original. Isn't as bad as I expected it to be. I think I'll put it like in a high C tier. I think it deserves it quite well. Let's go with Greece. Let's see if their anthem is as good as all of their history that they've got there. Another hymn to freedom. Like choose another thing than freedom, liberty, or something like that. Like it has been put like 20 times already. What? Because I just heard that and I thought, wait a second, I have already heard this theme. And then I realized it's the same one as Cyprus. And it's actually logic because there are two countries with like a very similar culture, but I didn't know they had the same theme. So yeah, I'll put it like at the same place as Cyprus's, like over there. And now let's go with our big boy. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Bro, Russia, where the are you hiding? Like, bro, there are so many flags, I can't seem to find this country. What the hell? Ah, here it is. And I actually remember this theme because like I can already tell you it's the best theme, and try to prove me wrong, but in my opinion it should be unanimously voted as the best theme of all. I don't want to hear nothing. So let's see how it sounds, but I can already tell you. If you think it sounds like really similar to the USSR theme, it's actually the same one but with different words, so it isn't the same as the USSR theme. Anyways, without like the dark history and all of that, it's still a really beautiful theme. And there's a beat drop somewhere that I want to show you, like like this beat drop, I've never seen it in another national anthem, but it's so beautiful that it doesn't even compare to all the other national anthems. Like, it's extremely iconic, so you cannot go wrong with this theme. I'm 100% confident that it's top S tier, and it may stay here because it's absolutely beautiful. And we're gonna end this episode right here with this theme and continue in episode number 2, because if not it will be way too long, and I know most people wouldn't have time to watch all of this tier list in one setting. For the most part, even with all the changes I mentioned throughout this episode, we can see that a block is kind of starting to form in the C tier, which for sure tells us about the originality of anthems in general. But in the flip side, there's also a decent amount of ones in the high tiers and not too many in the low tiers, considering the changes we've made. I know that sometimes my opinions were quite unusual and possibly controversial, but I still think I did a good job for now. So if you agree, remember that you can always click the like and subscribe buttons, as it would mean a ton for this small channel. But I don't know, tell me your thoughts in the comments if you disagree on anything. And while you're waiting on the next episode to come out, you can still check the first episode of an OST that I'm making from scratch without any actual video game. I'm sure you'll like it. So without much more to say, this would be it for this episode. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.